So you turn on the switch, and all of the lights that are flickering overhead turn off. And the sound of electricity grows stronger. Suddenly, there is a bright neon light. So neon is red when you run electricity through it. And you see this sort of amorphous shape take hold. And it is glowing bright red.
I keep my hand close to the switch just in case, but I kind of want to see what's going on here. But I'll be ready to, if I see that the cell is about to struggle in any sort of way, I'm gonna hit the switch.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, when the electricity is running through it, it's definitely sort of stuck in one position, like
Okay.
it's not moving.
It's humanoid shape?
Roughly, yeah.
Okay.
Like elementals tend to be humanoid-ish.
Yeah. Seems far-fetched, but I'm gonna speak it in the language of shadows. And I'm gonna ask, can you understand me?
Let's go evens and odds again. What are you feeling?
Even this time around.
2 again.
Perfect.
What would a neon elemental sound like?
Well, I don't expect you to be able to make the sounds, but maybe like very static-like or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Yes, I can understand you.
Okay. You've been brought here tonight.
I have, yes.
The people you killed, was it in self-defense?
I killed people.
Did you have a fight?
People struck at me and entered me and then took me here.
How did you arrive here in the first place? I don't mean this cell, but this world.
Do you have any sort of, before I give an explanation, do you have any lore on how these portals are created?
That would be a bit up to you in a way, because regarding his past, again, like I did make it so even though he has this experience as a soldier, he does have a vague memory, or even if he would have remembered those missions, like it's very likely that they might just be told what they need to know. We established last time that like the Hound is aware of the portals, but
yes,
we never got into the details of it, the lore, like, or if he knows about it or not. So I could always do a check if you want, or you can go with what you think makes sense.
I meant more like if you, Bruno, had something like.
No, I pretty much let the GMs. I mean, once something is said in the once something is decided in the setting, then it is lore. But before that moment, I kind of leave it up to the GMs who are guests, and then when something is decided, then it is set in stone. But before that, like if something hasn't been addressed yet, the GM handling it gets to kind of decide that aspect of the setting.
Okay, sounds good. In that case, I was wandering my plane, my home, away from my family, and I felt a calling, and I slipped through some rocks and found myself here.
Could you describe this calling?
It was a beckoning. It spoke to me the language I didn't understand, but I could tell it wanted me to come towards it.
So, do you have any idea of how to get back home?
I assume the same way that I got here.
If I were to let you out, is that what you would do?
Yes, that's what I was trying to do before.
Okay. So I am going to let it out of the cell if I can see how to. If it's obvious to me how to, I don't know if I need to smash it but if I see a way to, I will do that.
So there is a door. I think because the neon elemental is a gas, it's sort of like a glass wall with a glass door that you can probably force open.
Okay.
But there is a keypad on it.
Okay, so I'm gonna try to, without turning it on, I'm gonna try to smash it with the baton. I don't know if that'll do the trick.
Okay. Like smash the keypad?
No, I was thinking the glass because smashing the keypad, I don't know if.
Okay, yeah, it's not Star Wars.
I mean, it is a cinematic thing to do, but I figure if it's glass, I'm just gonna try that first. Because the neon elemental, I'm sure, is very dangerous, but I don't think it's the type of being that smashes, and maybe through magnetism or something. But I don't think it smashes glass. So in that sense, it might not be that hard to break if I'm motivated. But I'll try it out.
Okay. Roll me strength again.
Okay. I got a 7.
Oh, I think we cut out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cut out for a second.
Okay. So I got a 7.
Yeah, unfortunately, you're trying to break it down, but this glass is like shatterproof in a way. So you definitely like make cracks in it,
Okay.
but it's not breaking.
Well, what the heck? I will try to electrocute the keypad. So that will be one charge from the baton. I'll take the one that already started. Does that work in any sort of way, or?
In the real world, it would not work, but in so many cinematic universes and everything, it's very effective. So I think we have to respect tradition here.
Okay, very well.
And it'll short circuit the door.
Okay, I was also willing to shoot the glass if that didn't work, but so okay, so just electrocute the keyboard and that does the trick. There you
go. Roll me a d20.
Oh, okay. I got a 16 on the d20.
Okay. So yeah, the door opens. When the door opens, the electricity that seems to be going through the room stops. The circuit has been broken. Which means the neon elemental becomes colorless again.
Okay.
And disappears. Thank you. Are you standing in front of the door?
The door that opened? No, I wouldn't stand in front of it. If I know it's coming out, I don't want to get in contact with it, so to speak. So I would have stepped out of the way.
Okay.
So I actually just say like, just go back home and don't come back, no matter what calling you here.
I'll try.
So I'm actually gonna just look to see if there are any more cells or if their aggressive auctions have all paid off.
I think that besides the sewage elemental and the neon elemental, there is going to be one other beast. And that's just how it's labeled, is the beast. And at first glance, this seems to be like a relatively big dog, like a wolfhound or something.
Okay.
But then on closer inspection, like the more you look at it, the more the uncanny valley sort of kicks in. Just something about its face looks off, and it smiles at you, but all of its teeth are molars.
Okay.
And like you look at the fur, and you're like, oh, there's something off about the fur, and you realize the fur is undulating. And you look at its paws, and you're like, oh, those look like cute little dog paws. But then you look a little closer, and they're not actually paws, they're hands in both the front and the back. Yep.
Before I do anything about the beast there, what do I know about sewage elementals?
Sewage elementals, roll me an intelligence check.
Okay. Oh, got a 20 on the die.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I'll tell you some things about it, then you can tell me one thing about it.
Okay.
So sewage elementals are actually native to this plane. Well, this plane doesn't traditionally have a lot of magic. Over the centuries, sort of enough has leaked in that. Do you know in England, in London, and I'm sure other cities as well, there have been giant, fat clogs that have blocked sewers? If you don't know what this is, I'm happy for you.
Okay.
But essentially, so much waste that isn't really biodegradable or like very slow to biodegrade clumps together in sewers and then clogs the sewers. And people have to go into the sewers and pull it out.
Okay.
In this world, when there's enough waste that gets clogged and built up and built up and built up, it gains sentience. Which is great because it moves out of the way on its own. People don't have to go down and get it. But then it gets bigger and bigger as it eats more and more waste. And if it ever leaves the sewer, it becomes a problem. And if people have to go into the sewer to do maintenance, it becomes a problem. So like on one hand, it's good because it keeps the sewer free from clogging. But on the other hand, it will eat a person sort of, not maliciously, but...
Yeah, it's interesting to people.
Yeah.
Okay, very well. Just wanted to know if I should have some sort of a moral obligation for the time being to get it out there. I realize if they sell it to someone who will use it for their purposes, not really good, but at least it's not like there's this potentially innocent being trapped. Or at least maybe innocent, but dangerous enough that I might keep it there.
Yeah.
Okay. The beast. So the beast that's there, it's the first time I imagine that I hear of it, or...
Yeah, it seems to be a pretty unique creature.
Okay.
Reading the card next to it, they've had this thing for almost 3 years.
Okay.
But unlike a lot of the other creatures that after a couple of years, they stop doing tests on it start looking for sellers. The beast just goes in for test after test after test after test after test. And like it seems the results of the test aren't there, just when it's taken out for tests and returned. So like you gather that whatever this thing is, it's kind of an enigma.
Okay. So I speak in the language of shadows. I'm guessing it's the way it smiles. I'm guessing it's intelligent, not necessarily, but so 3 years, huh? Very long time.
It just smiles at you.
Well, If they trapped you, how dangerous are you really? Have a nice one.
I'm not dangerous at all.
Oh, so you do talk.
Maybe.
Seems to me like I offended you when I said you weren't dangerous.
I'm not dangerous at all.
Then what are you?
I'm very friendly.
I'm sure you are. So what happened to your friends? Where are they?
They come every day, every couple of days to say hi to me, and we play together.
Okay, now it's getting interesting. What games do you play?
Oh, all sorts of games. They make me run, they make me walk, they stick needles in me, I stick needles in them. It's all fun and games.
Wait, you stick needles in them?
Well, they don't think I do, but I do.
Hmm. Is there a possibility of walking around the cell to kind of like have a whole look around at this being?
Unfortunately not.
That's against the wall, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
I look around. Is there something that tracks it? Like, is there a clock somewhere in the floor?
Yeah, I think because this floor doesn't have any windows, there's probably a clock somewhere.
Okay. How much time do I have left? Because it's been quite. If it's a skyscraper, I know I've used the stairs for a while, so just to not lose track of time. Don't want to
Yeah,
get
but you
trapped
also
there.
you didn't go to any of the other floors either. So
Yeah.
I think you have probably 20, 30 minutes left.
Okay. Is there something? Is there anything around the cell that might give me an idea of what the thing was doing before they captured it, or
I don't think so. There's like
okay,
a bed for it to lie in, like a big dog bed,
okay,
and like food and water and stuff like that. Um,
yeah,
but nothing to give you a clue about what it
okay.
was
So they
before.
don't go like this thing eats da 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 or nothing like that.
No, I don't think so.
Okay,
It is going to, however, get up and walk up to you and stick its hand up against the glass and go, "What are we but reflections of the self?"
how tall is it?
It's like, it's pretty tall. It's a wolfhound size.
Okay,
So on its hind legs, how tall are you?
I guess I'm 5'11". I'm not
Okay,
even sure. I think I'm 5'11".
like your character, yeah.
Oh, my character. Jeez.
Yeah.
Um, I never wondered. Um,
I've been imagining it at like 6'1", 6'2".
I mean, it's kind of like the typical thing to like. It's always that, but at the same time, I'm looking at his stats, and I'd have to agree. Like, it's very typical, and although he could be stockier, I guess, but yeah, let's go with that. Like strength 17, constitution 18. Yeah, he's a tall guy. Yeah, I didn't have to think of that. Yeah, so he'd be tall. Yeah.
So I think this creature, when it stands up, is like your height.
Okay.
And like it looks like it's not designed to stand on its hind legs, especially because its hind legs end in hands.
Okay.
But it's leaning against the glass with one hand up.
Okay. So what
What
were
do
you
you
doing
think?
before he captured you?
Oh, I was doing everything.
You like to be vague, huh?
Well, do you want to find out?
I look at the clock, and I'm like, okay, I'm thinking possibilities here. I do, and I actually open the cell.
It's going to go down on its hands,
Okay.
walk into the hallway,
Yeah.
and go, I'll show you mine if you show me yours. And it's going to put its hands, like stand back up and put its hands on your head.
I'm gonna step away from that.
Okay, it's going to fall down a little bit and go,
Yeah.
I thought you wanted to see.
How about you tell me?
And you're going to have to be more specific then. What were you up to before you were here? That's like, tell me your entire life.
Okay, what do you eat?
Well, it depends on the season and my mood, and I eat rats and I eat memories and I eat cabbage and lentils and chicken. Really, whatever is available.
Memories, huh?
Why not? Food
Mm.
for thought, as they say.
I figure you understand why I stepped back there.
Oh, I wasn't going to eat you. I was going to show you.
Have you eaten people before?
Well, of course.
Who are they?
Oh, oh, there was Sabrina and Charles and Haruhi and do you want me to list them all?
I'm guessing none of them were harming other people when you killed them, were they?
Let me ask you something.
Go ahead.
Do you eat animals?
Oh, is that what they were doing here? I see. Well, don't get me wrong. Believe it or not, and maybe you know this, but it is tempting to eat people sometimes, but I don't. So I actually take out like the second baton. Like, okay, so we have about 20 minutes left. Let's see which one of us gets out of the building, huh?
You should try and eat people.
Who says I haven't? Okay, so I'm just gonna turn on the two batons there.
All right, so let's roll for initiative.
Yes, I'm guessing it doesn't have a single hit dice, huh?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay. So I got a 15.
Okay, so you're gonna go first?
So, because we're close to each other, I'm not gonna try to use the gun or whatever. Yeah, so I got the two batons out. Obviously, I'm not like doing two attacks at once or anything like that because there'll be a lot of penalties for a level 1 character with no specialization in that. But it's just to have one, like if whatever happens to this one, I have the other one out.
Okay.
So I'm gonna attack him. Obviously, I will use a charge. Oh, nice. Cool. Okay, I got 19.
19 will hit.
If you had said it didn't, I would have been really worried there.
Yeah, at level 1, that would be pretty rough.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I know that what my character did was a really bad idea, but it just felt right.
And we gotta have a boss fight.
Exactly. There you go. Let's see. Oh, nice. Okay, so let's see. The damage from the baton only is gonna be 8.
Okay.
I got a 4 and a D4, so we're at 12. And I don't know if its physiology would allow for that, but you said there was a chance of stunning with it.
Yes. So it's gonna have to use do a con save. And they rolled a 20, so they are gonna succeed on the con save.
Okay, very well.
So that was 12 damage.
Yeah.
So the baton looks like it goes in, and you see the electricity sort of disperse.
Okay.
But it doesn't seem to affect it as much as it would. Something about like the undulating things cause the static to discharge.
Got it.
And it's going to reach out one of its hands and just grab your face.
I knew it would. I just had a feeling.
Does 21 hit?
No. Yeah, I got a 13.
Okay, so take 3 damage.
Okay.
And roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. So that'll be, I mean, I have 8 left, and wisdom. Of course, wisdom. So here's the thing. If we go at pure Castles and Crusades rules, like the Siege Engine for the saving throws, the monster hit dice is a penalty, like the amount of hit dice is a penalty to my throw.
Okay.
So that means that I would roll my d20 plus my wisdom modifier +1 plus my level +1. So I'm getting a +2 to get 18, but I would have the penalty of his hit dice as well.
Okay.
Which often means for level 1 character, like very often you almost need a 20 when you're at the equal level monster or more. I mean, I got 18 flush, but I know that he has more than one hit die.
More than one hit die, which means not gonna.
Means I fell. Yeah.
So you're gonna take another 1 damage only. As a memory of yours gets eaten. And I want you to describe the memory of yours that is eaten. At 1 damage, it doesn't have to be an important memory. It can just be like what you had for lunch, like.
Okay, so I'm gonna forget how much time I had left before the electricity comes back.
I like that, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sort of like guessing that I wouldn't have done this if it was 5 minutes left, but now I don't know, like, okay, well, wait, did I have like 10 minutes? Did I have 20? So I'm gonna feel like this need to hurry things up even more.
Okay. And the base is gonna be like, oh, interesting. Your turn.
Okay. Yeah. So I got only 6.
Okay, that's not gonna hit.
No, I'm pretty sure it's not. And no, if the charge doesn't hit, it's not wasted. It's true. Okay. So, I mean, I pressed it, but it didn't unload. So.
Well, it's gonna miss as well. It goes to grab your foot with its foot.
Okay. Yeah.
And you sort of like shuffle backwards.
Yeah. Very well. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna try to hit it. I'm having a few ideas, but yeah, for now, okay, I'm just gonna do an attack while I think about it. So another 7.
Not gonna do it.
Before was 6. Yeah.
Ooh, 21 again. So it's gonna do the same thing. It's gonna grab your face.
Okay.
For 2 damage.
Okay.
And then roll a wisdom save, but I'm gonna roll damage right away.
Okay. Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, are you kidding? You know what it did? You know what? It went on the 20, and it bounced back on 11.
Oh, tragic.
It teased me with that 20. I'm like, since when did it didn't decide? It didn't decide. It was really going that way, and then it decided to come back at the end. I'm like, okay.
It just wants you to be stripped of your memories.
Yeah. So
you take 2 damage.
Okay.
And you lose another memory, but you don't remember what memory you lost.
Okay. So, mysterious lost memory. I mean, okay. So I actually say my memory's crap anyway, and what I'm gonna do is okay. The hallway that I have in my like the hallway in okay, rather the way I was going, like at the end of the hallway, was there another door or was it a dead end?
Yeah, there was a door on both sides of the hallway.
Okay. Except they're deadlocked, and the other one I had to blow up with a grenade.
But you think just because like you explored the area before you did this,
Mhm.
the hallway, like the doors open into the stairwell from the inside.
Oh yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Um. Hmm. I don't know. I'm just gonna try to hit it one more time, like just a legit normal hit.
Yeah.
If that doesn't pan out, then I'll try to get original with it. But for now, I'm just gonna change my D20 because I'm getting frustrated with the one I have right now. You know
I
what?
hope it hits you one more time because I have a good memory to take from you now.
Oh wow. This die, okay, is the one that, just as a side note, Vivian, for the games I run, anytime those NPCs are like getting 20s on your characters and all that, this is normally the die. So I think it's the die that hates PCs, really. Like it doesn't even want that 20 that was gonna fall. Like no, it's an 11. Okay, so I'm gonna change this die for this die here. Oh, there you go. Okay, so I got a 17 with this one.
17 will hit.
Okay, there you go. That was the right choice to make. Definitely taking the charge. 4, 5, 6. So it's 6 in total, including the electricity charge.
How much is the electricity?
1.
1? Okay. And did I give you a DC for this stun?
Nope, never.
Okay. Yeah, I think you're going to stun it for this turn. You can put DC 14.
Okay. Very well.
So it loses its next turn.
Okay.
So yeah, it's your turn again.
Yeah. Was his mouth open?
Sure.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. This is gonna be hella messed up. Um, does it have like a bigger mouth than a human?
Yes.
Okay.
It's sort of like a snout, like
Yeah.
a full size, maybe a little
Okay.
even overgrown snout.
Okay, got it. So I'm gonna actually grab the stick and instead of like hitting it or something like that, I'm gonna, while it's paralyzed and stunned, I'm gonna shove the stick into its throat
Okay.
so it chokes on it.
Yeah.
I will also just turn it on at the end before I release it, just to be an ass.
Mhm.
So that's what I do with my turn.
Okay. I guess we'll consider this a critical strike.
Okay.
So roll double dice.
Okay. Because the idea is to not necessarily to hit it with it, but to really have it be there and like so he chokes on it.
Yeah.
So what do I do? I roll the normal damage, but twice.
So
Okay.
2d6 and 2d4.
Okay. Very well. Okay, so I add them up or take the best of.
And you add them up.
Okay, so it's gonna be 8, 9, 12, 15. So that's
Okay.
15 damage in total. The electricity amounts to 4.
Okay. So close. Okay.
There, hoping it chokes on it.
Yes. No, it definitely, like, if it was going to bite you or something, it would get a penalty to it. Let's see if it's still stunned.
Okay.
It is no longer stunned.
Okay.
But it sort of is forced to have its sort of head straight.
Yeah.
It is going to try and jump on you.
Okay.
So opposing strength checks.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I'm guessing that can be good.
It rolled very bad.
Well, I got so it's not a saving throw, it's a strength check, so that means just a strength bonus. I got 11.
Okay. You beat it by 1.
Okay.
So it goes to jump at you. It sort of like goes to wrap around and you break it off.
Okay.
Your turn.
Okay. Actually, just a quick question. When it tries to jump at me, since I won a contest, since it's just by 1, maybe it's not good enough. But would I be able to kind of like do it over the shoulder throw to put it on the other side where it's the closed door?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
I think you're going to have to roll something to do that, but you can definitely do that.
Actually, I won't. I don't want to mess with a good thing. It worked my way. Also, I just realized if you can open it on the other side, it's kind of not necessarily a good idea. At least the other one is far away. Okay, so it's my turn. So it does look at least a bit messed up, right?
It looks very messed up.
Okay.
And also, it's sort of sparking. There's like sparks of electricity coming off of its fur.
Okay. Well, when I see that, okay. Is there enough distance between us that I could draw my gun again, or would that give it like a chance to attack me for free?
No, I think with the failure of the strength contest, you managed to like distance yourself enough that you can draw your gun.
So when I don't want to get too close just in case. I don't know if he could electrocute me or not by touch, but I'm actually gonna just take out my gun and shoot it.
Okay.
Just to be safe. 19.
So that'll do it. Roll damage.
Okay. Again, not the best gun, only 1d6.
Spoiler, you need to deal 1 damage.
Well, I got 5, so...
Okay, well there you go. So describe where you shoot it, and then I will tell you what happens.
Okay, so what I do is since its head is kind of like up that way, and I'm guessing I can sort of know where the stick is and the battery, so I'm gonna go kind of cinematic with it. I'm gonna shoot at the throat and so the bullet hits the like the electric charge of the baton.
So that will amplify what's going to happen next.
Okay.
When he dies, he is going to explode in sort of chunks of flesh and fur and electricity. And it's going to sort of splatter all over and stick to whatever it sort of lands on. And there's going to be arcs of electricity going between them.
Okay. I'll do the classic Dracula thing with the cape, you know, because to not get.
Yeah, roll me a dex save.
Oh, I can't even get that for free. Let's see. I got a 12.
You got a 12? I think you can get it.
So I still had my level, so I actually got 13. So
okay, so
yeah.
You cloak it.
Yes. I'll just have to clean the cape after.
Yeah. Okay.
So once that's done, because I don't remember that I have maybe I don't know how much time I have left, instead of searching for stuff that could have been really useful, I just skedaddle.
Okay.
So I just hurry to get out of the building.
So yeah, you get out of the building, no problem. You leave. Okay. On your way home, I assume you're taking the bus.
Yes, I try to clean the cape as much as I can before I get into the bus. But yeah, I mean,
It's
even
like
though I have the
4
trench coat over, it's gonna be smelly, right? So,
yeah, it's 4 a.m. Bus drivers are used to people at 4 a.m. being like that.
good.
You reach into your bag and you pull out this black oval object with gilding on it and writing on the back that says the curse shall not be broken, and you have no idea what this thing is or where it came from or how you got it.